So, yo, guys, hello, welcome to the podcast. Today, we're talking about a lot of stuff, a lot that has been happening in the week. Of course, the World Cup. There's been Trump, who apparently, Victor, came back on Twitter.
Yeah, after 2 years of being swayed by the politics of US. He's having a bad time in US.
And finally, he's back on Twitter.
Freedom is here, Elon Musk, the bad is free.
So, guys, we'll be talking about all those topics. Of course, I'm Mark Steve Nyururu with my long-term friend.
Alongside Victor Wolo Kiawa, and this is our podcast.
Here, don't forget to follow us on Nairobi Artemis channel. Shout out to our director and everyone who makes this possible. So, Victor first, just to start. Donald Trump, 2 years of being off Twitter.
The controversial man. Actually, he's a billionaire, son.
Do you think finally the bad is free?
No, Trump is facing many temptations. Actually, what you know, Trump has his own media, but now he's back to Twitter. People are calling him to come back to Twitter. They need him back.
And will he ever be president again?
Bana, do you think Sleepy Joe will make it back?
I've always been a believer in democratic politics. I'm a Democrat by nature, and I would never side with Trump. Never believed in his politics.
Actually, let me tell you something. Trump is one controversial man who has changed the politics of US. You understand the PBS documentary, The Democracy and Deceit? The first man who fooled Americans. The first man who almost he campaigned in a very unique way. It's not like Obama, the Bill Clinton, the Carter. This man is unique. He's a very he's a cloud. And way back he started like an actor. So
the controversial Donald Trump they say he's married a Russian. But forgetting about that, guys, there's also been the World Cup. And just to switch subjects, I know this is politics to football, but this is interesting. England thrashing Iran, Qatar losing on the opening day. You know, spending 20 trillion in order to host a World Cup, and you're losing on your first day. Yani, you've got all the money, but you don't have the teams.
Switching to football, and actually, when we say football and politics marry, November 30th, do you know what will happen? US versus Iran.
That's funny. US versus Iran. They've met many times before, but of course on the wrong field. Like in battle in Afghanistan when they were fighting, and now they are meeting on, let's say maybe on the beautiful game stages.
Yeah, but I'm delighted. I'm Team England. Wherever Manu goes, I'm Team Brazil, I'm Team Portugal, I'm Team England, I'm Team Denmark, I'm Team Spain, I'm Team Germany. So this was unique yesterday. I was very delighted to see Harry Maguire.
You wanna know my team?
I know Argentina.
Always Team Argentina. Lionel Messi.
Yeah, today you have one goal to make Saudi Arabia cry.
I think the game is on its 43rd minute and Lionel Messi has just got a penalty. But just looking at that, we saw yesterday's game, Victor, and we saw what Mendy did. What do you make of that? You know, this is a keeper that we've always seen in Chelsea. He's done beautifully in the Champions League. He's been there for Chelsea. Now, when turning up for his country, and I don't want to underestimate him. We saw him carry the African Cup of Nations a couple of months ago with Sadio Mane. But yesterday, wasn't he out of his place, really?
Actually, what they say is this World Cup will be determined by the precision of the English players, the Premier League. And actually, we have seen how Saka, Rashford, they have made their country proud. And now our own Mendy, you know, I'm African. Where African goes, we camp there.
My brother who is in Vic always told me, you know what, Mark, the team with the best defense wins. And out that, the team with the best keeper wins. But you, Victor, being an experienced man in this field of football, I want you to tell me, just from forget about your own favorite team, Germany or be it Brazil, which team do you think will carry it at the end of the day?
To be precise about it, let's talk factual. You know, I'm Team African, but subsequently when you see Africans play, it's like we are tensed. We don't know what we are doing, but we have the skill, we have the energy, we have the zeal. So what I precisely think is Brazil will have his day, if not Germany, or if it's not England. But I'm Team England.
But you don't think? Are you Team England?
Yeah.
You don't think Argentina have a chance?
But to every boy from Rosario, you do it best.
That little boy from Rosario, Argentina, on behalf of every little boy wearing his shirt, Lionel Messi, number 10. We'll see what he offers. There was this big question, and okay, you tell me not to talk about this, but I'll have to talk about it. Do you think Qatar was the perfect choice for the World Cup 2022? They got the award, they got the contract awarded for them in 2010. Now it's is it 12 years later? They've been working, they have the field, they have everything. But do you think due to many kind of concerns, from human rights to a lot of stuff, were they the perfect choice?
I subsequently talking about democracy. I know you like siding with America. Yesterday there's something that happened that shocked Americans. One journalist from America was banned entering to the Qatar stadium. He was wearing the rainbow t-shirt, and then the gate man told him no, we can't allow him. And as you know, FIFA have allowed these countries not to wear the rainbow band because Qatar is not free with them, right? But there are people who are breaking the rules, who believe in themselves and they are going with the rainbow. But actually, this is a controversy. I'm not here to talk about sexuality or orientation of anyone, but what I do believe is this: Qatar was not the best place to have this. Because when you look about Qatar, I'm from Africa and I'm from Kenya, and the local politics of Kenya, women are facing difficult times in Qatar.
If you look within Qatar, and I have friends who've been there for work, and in Kenya we always have these concerns, and they say you go to Qatar, but always go at your own risk. And whenever you have your friends coming back from Qatar, you're like, boy, I'm glad you came back safe, right? So there'll always be concerns about that, but looking at it from a positive angle, Qatar, once a desert, but now a glorious paradise. We are hosting the World Cup there. Isn't it something to smile?
One thing I do like about the Saudi Arabia and the Middle East countries, those people have a lot of resources where they can actually experiment anything. Right now, I think Dubai, they are constructing the runaway, it's called the tunnel, right?
Director trying to give you some instincts there.
Yeah, you know, shout out to my wonderful director, Alex Muziani.
Man, this would not be possible without his contribution, of course. But just finalizing on Qatar, I heard they even banned beer in the stadium. How is that even possible? Beer makes a man's life.
But you know, we say freedom thanks to Elon Musk, because after 4 hours of camping, people campaigning for it to be sold, finally Qatar have released it. Mm-hmm. But under one condition: it's not sold in the stadium.
Like in the stadium. But they have to realize that some of the sponsors of this whole tournament, Heineken, I mean all these people, Hennessy.
Actually, what I do think, these companies, after the World Cup, they'll have to call a crisis meeting with FIFA and tell them, boy, that was stupid. That was stupid.
Either as a believer in democracy and all stuff like that, still believe that Qatar was not the best choice. But now, that's not the most important thing. Let's enjoy the games in Qatar. Yesterday was Senegal versus Netherlands. Today we are having Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. Of course, Lionel Messi Argentina did play that game last week as a friendly, where they won 5-0. And maybe today they just confirmed everything against the Arabians. But bigger games are coming and harder games are coming. Once we go into we're expecting things like Argentina, Portugal, Brazil, England, stuff like that.
Actually, we are all marching for the Argentina-Portugal. Mm-hmm. I do think and I do pray it will be the finals. Mm-hmm. This will be World War III.
Mm-hmm. Coming back to Kenya, we will never qualify for the World Cup.
We shall, inshallah. You know, the problem with Kenyan football, mm-hmm. we don't have markets. We have match fixing. We have a lot of corruption, mm-hmm. funds, embezzlement. Mm-hmm. Like it's a crisis. And first of all, we have to mend ourselves, mm-hmm. then come to the stage.
Still like 100 years before you get to there.
No, actually, you know, I have a dream. 24/7, I'll be campaigning for the president of Kenya, and inshallah, when I become the president, my first promise, I'll make Team Kenya win the World Cup.
We first agreed you're going to be my deputy before you ever think of being president. So guys, just moving to the last and that topic, Diana B. Controversial.
Speaking about Diana B, let me tell you for a fact, for a fact, and this is a fact. Whoever wants to judge me, let him judge me. Bahati, Kenya is a same. Is a fucking same. I don't understand to a point where your wife.
You know, Bahati will be listening to this, bro.
No problem. Bahati, tunaweza ongea baadaye, tunaweza kwa mabeshte. Hii bado mimi niko job bana. Venye una this will Paul, tuko job. So Bahati when is him. So the problem with women. Actually, let me tell you the fact that Diana B did a very absurd thing. I didn't expect this from her. These are private matters. And if it's coming up, you could have gone to a church, then repent, but not coming to chase clout. But if it was if it was clout, sorry to Diana, man. I can't take you the man I used to take you there,
But we are kind of used to all this stuff. We saw Vera with the fake. I just literally trimmed my ass, but she was just like chasing this thing.
The fourth law of power, from Picasso, the great painter, said, "Caught for attention at every cost." I think this is the law they are using to remain relevant to the market because they need money. Without this, they can't make it.
But what do you think this story about Diana B can help somebody out there, a young girl who maybe just thought that she lost it all because of her past? Like looking and listening to Diana B, she gets to say, "But you know, I did make mistakes in the past, but there's still hope for me. I still can make steps forward," right? Because if you look at Diana, if you look at that kind of life she was there, she was saying that she used to finance her lifestyle by using the money she gets from these artists, right? The likes of Willie Paul and all these people. So maybe you could be having that kind of a past and you just listen to her story and you're empowered. So I think there's also a positive side to it.
Let me tell you something. In Kenya, we have CEO, we have inventors, we have innovators, we have lawyers, we have pastors. We can source inspiration from them.
We don't need.
We don't need inspiration from the stories of our babas. That's very stupid, and that's very absurd.
I want to finish with this story, but it got me like thinking. We've been saying there's been insecurity in Nairobi, and there are all these videos that have been trending online, people being, all this kind of stuff that happens. Unapigwa nyongo, and even Sakaja did speak about it. But speaking of that, there's the head. I don't even know Bonafide Adventures. The problem with this is that you don't travel. If you travel, you should be knowing this.
No. Lastly, I used to catch flights. Nowadays, I catch feelings. I'm dating, so
I should be dating too. So the CEO of Bonafide Adventures literally went to the UK, the United Kingdom.
Mark, a point of correction, it's not Bonafide, it's Bonfire. I know you're an Englishman, but this is Kenya. It's Bonfire, not Bonafide.
Okay, I accept the correction. So, this chief executive officer of Bonfire Adventures went to the UK, United Kingdom, for a high-level meeting, left his goods in his car, which he had rented over there. He went, it was in London, then he came back and he found that his car had been vandalized and his property stolen and everything. It got me thinking, boy, you go abroad and you think that's where things are perfect. But then it's another Nairobi.
Actually, you understand that UK, it's a land of theft. We have Jamaicans, we have Nigerians, we have Ghanaians.
Is that UK or the US?
It was in UK.
But I'm saying, is that the UK or the US? Which is UK. More diverse? UK.
You understand? You know Santan Dave?
Which country do you want to go to?
Boy, I dream of going to UK. I'm a Manchester boy. you got me thinking so much. But actually, I like Australia. I want to. This is a long-term dream. I want to have a ranch in Netherlands, Australia. Aki msisikize dreams zangu bana.
Kwanza hama studio. So and I know people's dreams. Apparently, a director wants to go to Sao Paulo,
Brazil.
But
luckily he's yellow. Luckily got a shine banner. Uko mademo na mkufa is yellow, man. You have to see him one day.
But uko nywele zao huanguka na nyuma.
So we have to motivate him to look for money.
He has to.
He has to.
He has to look
and
for
to
money.
eat healthy.
Guys, we're going to put
Say no
like
to-
on the screen.
Say
on
no,
the screen.
say no to GMO.
On the screen. On the screen on YouTube, we're going to put his picture. there.
Yes.
So that like he knows. People have to know
But
how he looks.
actually, to give you an hint, low-key, he looks like Chris Brown.
Bro,
Not that Chris Brown, but
Otile
low-key-
Brown.
But Otile, you have a match here. The story of another day.
The story of another day. So I think we can call it over.
We can't call it over. We are here to make money.
We're here to
We're here to make money and to entertain people.
What is the net worth?
My net worth? But let me tell you something. As you your M-Pesa balance ever reached 0.00?
Mine? No.
Bana yangu ilifika. Imekuwa ikifika.
Stop running from the question. What is your net worth?
I have a girlfriend. I can't disclose my net worth. She either leaves me or stays with me.
She can't know this.
She has not to do. She has to remain. It has to remain a secret.
Your net worth is a secret.
Well, if she knows this moment, either she'll be asking for more or she'll leave me. Mark, do you have a girlfriend? Start from that point. Mark, do you have a girlfriend? I'm going to feature kama bangi.
Hajafichwa kama bangi. I can confirm that. Hajafichwa kama bangi.
Unangoja upate check ya Google.
We're going to make this public. We're going to make the wacha kwanza to let's first make, we have, when we're going back to these people, you go back with something.
Okay, so I haven't said anything. I don't know if I have a girlfriend.
Who you?
It's undisclosed matter. I don't think I niko na mtu lakini bana, it's not a point of stressing it out.
She like Vera Sidika, the ass and everything.
I love her.
Is it someone?
Shout out to her.
Have I ever seen her?
I bet. Okay, I don't know. Please, never think.
Could be someone I know because I know a lot of your circle, and but can I boast that you belong to my inner circle?
But let me tell you something. This I know you have been stressing your eyes in this polo t-shirt. This is from UK. This brand is from UK. Updates. Bana, this will shock you, Bana. Saudi Arabia is showing dust in Qatar. Bana, Argentina, they have nowhere to hide. This thing is going to the Middle East, and Argentina are dropped.
Well, I am always in support of Argentina, but what I'm seeing right now can shock you. Argentina are trailing. I'm getting this from some. Argentina are trailing 2-1, and the only goal they have in the match is a Lionel Messi penalty.
It's a 60-minute time. Al-Shawiri 48, Hal Dowisri. We're expecting.
No, you're reading them wrong.
We're expecting another Al.
Al-Huso.
Al-Huso.
Al-Shahiri, who scored in the 48th minute, and S. Al-Dosri in the 53rd minute.
But boy, we didn't expect this.
Oh my goodness. Is this the same Saudi Arabia that we know?
Leo Messi scoring a penalty, that's a low-key stupidity.
But
Leo Messi obtained for this.
Still, I side with them. They can do a comeback.
No way.
They can do a comeback.
No way. World Cup has started. And England showed it. Man, Argentina can't be doing this. We need to punish these people from Saudi. We need them to.
How is Argentina trailing to Saudi Arabia? Do you know, literally, I don't know a player from Saudi Arabia who plays in top leagues.
But the table looks the table has started taking shape. I'm taking this to Brazil, England, Germany. Take it to the bank. Even Portugal, they have nowhere to hide. Argentina, they'll be thrashed.
And speaking about Portugal, there was that picture that Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo took together. Don't know if you saw it. They were like playing on a briefcase. It was advertised by Louis Vuitton, and they were playing like on it just trended.
It's actually Louis Vuitton.
I'm not a fan of Louis Vuitton. Not my type.
Actually, that picture will be regarded as the greatest picture ever.
But for me, it was like Lionel Messi and a fan.
It has one goat and one lion. Do you know Leo in African term is lion?
Lion.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I saw the picture and I was like, that is Lionel Messi, the goat, with a fan.
Oh my.
Still my like.
Oh my boy.
So
go not chase, man.
You wanna say that Argentina?
that boy from Madeira, Madrid, Turin, and back to Manchester. We'll have to make it hard.
He'll have to find
Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe I think their chemistry was destroyed by the snitching of Cristiano Ronaldo. Actually, let me tell you something.
And that interview that Cristiano gave over the week with Piers Morgan, he talks about a lot of things. One, he said that he does not respect Ten Hag anymore.
But he had to correct himself. He said he respects Ten Hag, but he can't respect Ten Hag because he doesn't respect Ronaldo.
How the reals are you supposed to respect someone who puts you on the bench for all PL games and you're a well-proved winner? Cristiano Ronaldo is not just any other footballer.
We all understand the greatest coach of all time, Sir Alex Ferguson. Sorry. He once said in his autobiography book, the moment he was given the reason why he had to leave, he had to left to tell David Beckham to sit the bench. He had to part away with David Beckham. He said the moment a player seemed or felt is greater than the coach, he had to leave. This is the moment Cristiano Ronaldo has to tell Manchester United,
he's greater than the club.
Bye.
It feels like he's bigger than Manchester United.
Actually, that's the philosophy. But precisely, let me tell you something. This young boy, Saka.
Bukayo Saka. We've got an Arsenal fan in the house.
We've got an Arsenal fan. And I'm a point of correction, I'm a Manchester United fan. And I'm Max Steve, I think you are a Porto fan.
I'm not Porto fan, I'm a Tottenham fan. And I want us to close this off, and we will close it off with a little story about Sakaja. Sakaja just saying that kids in Nairobi are no longer going to, they can panda matatus for free. And we saw these things trending online with people now going to matatus with school uniforms.
Let me tell you something. If you have noticed, Sakaja, the dimples Sakaja are gone. Hii kitu imemtandika Nairobi
bana. Ni kugumu.
Bana hii kitu imeenda, dimples imeenda. Mtu ameanza kunaona. Sijui ni stress ni nini. But let me tell you Sakaja, I have a mad respect for you. I duly respect you, Sakaja. And I do pray one day you'll become the president. But if you change your mentality. Kids in Nairobi don't need matatu. This kid needs school bus. Well-decorated school bus.
But I like
but from every point of collection, these kids from every state, they need two to three school buses.
But I like his ideologies and how he does everything. Guys, we're gonna stop there. My name is Max Steve Nyuro alongside Victor Mwendo Kiawa. Been a great podcast here on our podcast channel, Nairobi Artemis. But we've got a lot that we're still going to prepare for you. A lot of topics that are trending on Nairobi Gossip, right?
And I'm delighted to host this show alongside Max Steve Nyuro. And this has been my time.